You get free lunch because your parents have low income.
Gerard, you're broke. Brought me to a coffee shop on a first date.
Shut up. You grew up on school free lunch.
Stay home. He asked me for coffee today after work, and I politely told him no, and then brought myself to McAllister's, where I got this croissant, this grilled chicken sandwich, and an entire bowl of broccoli cheddar soup and a Dr. Pepper for under $25. Now, I'm not going to argue with you about how you like to date, just like I don't want you to argue with me about how I like to date. But coffee is never going to be an option for me. And just like I respect your choice to coffee, respect mine to not coffee.
The only people that I feel like have an issue with this whole coffee date conversation, which is so old, is so tired, and is so annoying, and it's cooking my grits. But it's only black people that I notice that are having this conversation. Would you do a coffee date or would you not? At the end of the day, who cares? Like, go out and meet people and have a good time. Why does it matter if someone is spending money on coffee or if they're spending money at a 5-star restaurant or anything in between? You like what you like, so go have that experience. I went on a wonderful coffee date 2 weeks ago. Now, I don't go to chains or anything like that, but we went to this cute little Italian boutique bakery situation, had a private room, had our pastries, had our coffee, had good conversation. So much so it led to another date this week. And we had an amazing time. And so I say that to say, I'm someone who loves coffee. A coffee date would be ideal for me. But all this conversation is black people that I'm noticing that has the issue with it. So Kimberly says, see, you're proof that a coffee date is a good thing and can lead to more dates. Happy for you both. Absolutely. Absolutely, they can lead to more dates. So this conversation is so tired, is so old. You like what you like. If you decide you want to go on a coffee date, go. Do not let the internet run your dating life. Don't let the internet tell you what you should and shouldn't be doing. There's so much group thinking happening and so many missed opportunities that you can connect with someone that's really great. But because you're so focused on how much money they're spending as it relates to coffee or a restaurant or anything in between, you're missing out on beautiful, wonderful dating experiences. I'm having a great time dating. Every single date that I've been on thus far has been amazing. Whether we're going to a restaurant, we went to a concert, coffee, what have you. Like, and even the guy that one of the guys, I was like, hey, I want to go here and watch the sunset. Like, it don't have to be about money for me. But again, everybody is different. Do your thing. But if you want to go on a coffee date, go on a coffee date. It's not that big of a deal. I would love to know some of the dates that you guys are going on. Whether it's coffee dates, restaurants, let me know in the comments. And let's just give people more ideas on different things that you can do.
So shout out to that sister right there. She was responding to that BBW you saw who said that, I don't even know what I guess she said she wants to go to McAllister's. She wouldn't mind. But this is something that is getting out of hand. Guys, I think I did my first coffee date video back in like 2018 or something like that. And fellas, that's how you know who rocks with you and who likes you for you. If a woman really likes you, she doesn't care where you take her at. It's the fact that a man even takes the time to ask you out somewhere, and it's your character. I was just discussing this at the barbershop today. There's coffee shops, she says, even though she said she doesn't do chain coffee places, you don't have to have coffee. I don't drink coffee, but there's other things that I do drink and or eat, and pastries and things. I live in Atlanta. We have all types of fly. They even have alcohol at some of these coffee shops. They got all types of fly stuff. They got Korean pastry shops that serve coffee here, which they just opened up one here next to the Lindbergh MARTA station, for those of you who don't know. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And if a woman if she doesn't want to do it, then that's not the woman for you, bro. And it's not about being cheap, broke, or anything like that. That's where we can meet on common ground. So many women equate their value to where a man takes them at. And we can have fun. As you say, you can watch the sunset, whatever. You can go for a stroll, go for a walk. It's like now women want you to pay them for their time. And as I was talking to my barber, just did a video recently about a woman. She was complaining that the guy didn't want to take her out on a second date. He just wanted her to chill because it does get expensive. The way things are, you coming up with $100+ just to talk to a woman, and she's not offering to pay. So that tells you a lot about a woman, even when it comes down to marrying her. Women say, I'm not going to marry a man without an expensive ring. Well, I guess you're not going to get married. That tells you the character of a woman. for you to keep having to take her out. And this is how crazy women are, bro. So don't even waste your time, man. We're moving to the point now where you might as well just pay for buns, bro. It's easier. I think Rainwater did a interview, and Rainwater, for those who, that was the late Mo3's manager. Real Life Street Stars, I think that was the clip where he was talking about it's just easier to pay for buns. You don't have to be worrying about what a woman, if she's going to call you back, none of that stuff like that. You just pay her to perform her duty and keep it moving, even though you want to be in a relationship sometimes. But if you want to be in a relationship, a woman has to make it where you know for certain that this is her. She has to earn that. She has to actually want to be with you, instead of you trying to convince her why you should take care of her and pay her bills, which is what dating is now, man. But this young lady did a follow-up, guys. Let's get into it. Let's go.
Right? And he asked me, like, hey, I want to meet you for coffee. Would you like to go to Starbucks or something more niche? And my response was, I don't drink Starbucks nor Dunkin'. However, there's a cute little spot that I like to go to that is a really good vibe. I sent him the link for the coffee shop / bakery. He was like, okay, I'll meet you there at this time. He was perfectly on time, all of the things. I got there a little bit early. They have this private room that you can reserve. And so I got the room. And then when I got there, he was like, did you get anything yet? I said, no. He's like, okay, let's go find what we're going to get. We got our pastries, we got our coffee. Had an amazing conversation. We probably talked for a good hour and a half. Then last week we went on another date. In between that, we have been talking on the phone. We have been texting, all of the things, like we're dating, right? I'm sharing that to say, depending on what your vibe is and what you like, coffee is actually perfect for me, okay? So Nish says, I feel like the coffee date would be fine if it's an authentic request and if real effort is put into it. So let's stop there. Number one, he asked me to go to coffee, which I'm completely fine, especially as a coffee drinker. The authentic request was that he wanted to see me in person and he wanted to get off the app. I consider that authentic, right? The second thing is he made a suggestion, but I know that I don't drink that, so I'm not going any place that I don't like, right? I'm just not going to do it. So yes, he made a suggestion, but I said, no, this is where I would prefer to go. And he was like, okay, right? And so I'm curious, when you say an authentic request or real effort, I think the effort has to be put in by both parties, right? And there's nothing wrong with the coffee date. Like, I think it's really dope that we can sit down in the middle of the...
Pause it right there, man. We're halfway through it. We got 2 more minutes left on this clip. But I think what the young lady was saying, an authentic request is an expensive restaurant or expensive entertainment, because that's how a woman equates her value, again, where you take her at. You know, take me to STK. The bill needs to come up to $300. I need to be able to dress and have people look at me like, oh my goodness, she's in here. Knowing that you came up on free lunch, as they said, you know, knowing that nobody's ever taken you there. Fellas, stop doing this now. We have to shift this dating culture from this whole prostitution BS. Ask a woman, do you want to sell it? If she gets like this, are you selling it? Would you like to sell it? That way we get this out the way. I'm dead serious, guys. I'm not playing with you. Ask her, does she want to sell it? An authentic request, aka an expensive restaurant. That's what that is. Don't go for this stuff, fellas. She got to earn that. She has to be there in a relationship. You guys got to be rocking heavy, things like that, man. Forget that, because they not taking themselves these places. Only time they do is if they going to sit at the bar and order a drink. That's it. Let's finish this out.
And we both have time in our schedule to meet at 11 in the morning or noon or whatever it was to get to know each other. And then we both can see if the energy and the vibe is right, that we want to see each other again. Hence we went to lunch last week, right? The second part, you said your coffee date sounded delightful, but the majority of coffee dates I've heard about, they don't sound great or they suck or something like that, you said. And we got to stop listening to people, right? And even if what I'm sharing doesn't resonate with you, stop listening to me. Yes, my date was delightful. Yes, we're still connected. Yes, we're going on another date. Yes, we're going to see each other again. Yes, we're talking in between time. It is a beautiful connection. But if that's not your vibe to go on a coffee date, don't do it. I think the issue that I am noticing is that women or men, I don't know, maybe a mix of both, y'all placing the idea of how much money a man is going to spend on you, if that's a good date or not, versus what are your intentions around dating. And I do know that some women are just going out to get the free meals, to get the free trips. Listen, if that's your thing, that's your thing. No judgment. That's not my thing. I can take myself out on dates. I can take myself out on trips. I am not going on dates for a free meal, nor am I going on dates for a free cup of coffee. Because at the end of the day, this is also my time and my energy that I'm putting into it, and that matters. So I think the priority is, what is your intention around dating? Why are you going out on this date, right? And I think when we have to keep in mind that not only are you putting in effort, they're putting in effort too. And I think that that's going to make for a beautiful connection. Again, that's just my 2 cents. Let me know y'all feelings in the comments. This coffee discussion is really so tired and so old, and it's only the Black people that I see that's having a dispute about this, because it's like, if you like coffee, go to coffee. If you don't, go for a walk. If you want the 5-star restaurant, you want the trip, whatever you want, that's you. I'm having an amazing dating experience. I love it over here. And yeah.
Appreciate that sister and her positive energy. It's the comments that she was reading off, that she was hearing. I've heard this, I've heard that. You've heard it because you've never been asked, for one, because you may be just dating a bunch of pookies or whatever, or you just think that, oh, that's just too corny, that's white people-ish. First of all, I would never say, me as a man, let's go on a coffee date. I'll just tell you, hey, can you meet me here at such and such time? And let that be that. People make things hard when your mom, your grandparents, they were never taken out on dates. Never. And this is why when it comes to dating, especially Black dating, for Black women for sure, it sucks. It sucks. As a man, as a Black man that prefers Black women, it sucks. But that's my thoughts, man. Let me get up off this. Shout out to the sister. You could tell I don't know how she is in real life, but she has very peaceful, tranquil energy. Just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Comment below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Much blessings and abundance. Stick around for the next videos. It's going to pop up on the screen below. That's where I'm going to see you guys. That is your favorite everything. This is Wisdom. I'm the best. Let's run it up to 1 million. Quit playing with me. Peace.